Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing 4 looks with 4 different palettes, and today the palette we are going to be using, or the brand that we are going to be using this week, is Gourmande Girls. And today the palette we are going to be using is the Bleeding Hearts palette, and it looks something like this. And I'm going to be using this shimmer shade here. I'm going to be using this shade here, and I think I'm going to be using this dark shade here. I don't think I'm going to be using any of the reds or greens. I don't know, maybe I should use the purple shade, the pink and the purple shade. Maybe I should do that. Do a little pinky purple shade here. Do this, and this here. Maybe I should do that. Do a little pinky purple look today. I just I don't want to use let's see, I used that Tainted Love color. I used this color. It was just okay. This one was just okay, but I want to use that Wraith Light shade and see what it's like. I've got the EO6 from Singe brush here. I've got my eyes primed and everything, and I just want to see what this shimmer is like. Let me move my wig back a little. Sometimes the Gourmande Girls palettes, their color stories can be a little challenging. This was their Valentine's Day release this year. I do have their spring palette and their Summerween palette. I'm going to be using those later on in the week. Oh, this is a nice shimmer. I will try, if I remember, to put timestamps in this one, if you want to skip to those. I'll try to remember to put timestamps in. I know I'm bad about not doing that. So I have this palette, the Silent Night palette, that I'm going to use tomorrow. The Apparition palette that I will use Wednesday, and the Summerween palette that I'm going to use on Thursday. So this is a nice shimmer that I've got going on here. So I'm going to go into, what is this shade name? No, but it's this shade right here. It's this pink shade right here. And put it right here. In the middle part of my eye. I think I will use that purple shade for my darker shade. Oh, this is a nice pink. I like this pink shade. Blending in very nicely onto my lid. That Summerween palette is very colorful too. So I'm going to be stepping out of my comfort zone. going back into that raised light and pulling it through onto this pink color. And onto my lid. Okay, now I'm going to take my EO3 brush and go into this nightshade vein, which is this purple color, and use it on the outside part of my eye. And blend it in with that pink. Oh, that's working out very nicely. I'm going to go back into my EO6 brush and take that pink color and help blend it. Isn't the best blend? No. But these are two wildly different colors. Well, not wildly different, but they're two different colors. Very nice. Very nice. Just gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay, gonna take this EO7 brush and go under in the lower lash line just a little bit. And then I think I'm going to take this EO8 brush and blend it out some. For something a little different. It's kind of got a blended look in my lower lash line. And blend this out a little bit here. Okay, like the way this is looking. I'm gonna take my E11 brush, and I'm going to take this hex flower which is kind of a blue shimmer, grayish blue shimmer. There's this one right here, and use that for my inner corner. For a little pop. Yeah. Oh, that's really fun. That's a really fun look. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go off camera and do my mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, and here is the final look that I've got going on here. I think it turned out very pretty, very nice, very pretty, very nice, very pretty, very nice. Okay, so I used this shade here, this shade here, this shade here, and this shade for the inner corner. So yeah, these three shades and this shade here. So let me know what you think, and we will go ahead and move along to day number 2 and look number 2. Okay, we are on to look number 2, and we're using the Gourmande Girl Silent Night palette, and this is what it looks like. And I think I'm going to use this blue and some of the browns, and probably use this matte white in the inner corner. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Some blues, some browns, and the white. Okay, I am going to use this Singe EO6 brush and go into Starry. And yeah, this is the shimmer, the blue shimmer. Let me just move my wig back a little. This is a beautiful shimmer. I think I've only used this palette once before. Of course, this is a winter themed palette, and I'm using it during the summertime, but I don't care. I don't usually make looks for certain seasons. I like a good blue look in the summertime. So yeah, it finally hit 100 degrees yesterday here where I live. We are officially in the thick of summertime. In the middle of summertime, and it probably won't get any better until October, maybe not even November. But I could be wrong. Okay, now I'm going to take this brush and go into Heavenly, which is this lighter brown color, and just use it on the middle part of my eye. Was supposed to go to a water park last Sunday with my son, but he wasn't feeling up to it. So I might go this Sunday. Went with my friend to a Brazilian style steakhouse last Saturday, and it was nice. It was okay, but I've been to better Brazilian steakhouses. Going back into that starry color and pulling it through over that brown. And onto my lid. It's the kind where they have a big salad bar and then the guys come out with the skewers of steak and you have the little red green button on your table and you can tell them if you want them to bring you the meats or not. And then I am going into this darkest color called Shush. Which is a deep dark chocolate brown. I like all the browns that they have in this palette. Sometimes you just gotta blend with your finger. I like all the dark blues, but I just want the blue to be in my shimmer shade. I will say Gourmande Girls is okay, but not my favorite formula. Definitely not my favorite formula. They blend just okay. Okay, I'm gonna take some more of that heavenly color and try to blend it in. And see, that's what we've got here. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit. But I am going to take my EO7 brush, yeah, and go into Shush and bring it down in my lower lash line, and then I'm going to buff it out. With my EO8 brush, yeah. I like how that effect looked yesterday. I'm gonna just buff it out. And then I'm gonna take my Victoria Beckham Control eyeliner in Navy Noir and put it in the waterline. Let me just blend this out a little bit. Blend this out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna take Navy Noir and put it in my waterline. just like that. Okay, very nice, very nice. And then I'm going to take my E11 and go, actually I'm going to go into the shade Frosty, which is a duochrome, and put it in my inner corner. Like that. Okay. My eyes and nose are starting to run a little bit. Let me put my lip gloss and my eyeliner into my little to-go bag. Okay, let me go put on some mascara and I will be right back with the final look. Okay, this is the final look that we've got going on here. A very nice bluish kind of look. And this is the colors we used. In this look, I used this color here, this color here, this color here, and then this color for the inner eye look. And yeah, so this is look. I still think I like yesterday's look better. But yeah, so let me know what you think down below, and let's go ahead and move on to look number 3. I'm about to sneeze. Okay, on to day number 3, and we're going to be using this newish palette from them. It came out during the springtime from Gourmande Girls, called Apparition. And I think I want to use like this shimmer shade right here, this shade here, maybe this shade here, definitely this shade here. Kind of a blue and purple look, but start out with this shimmer shade right here. So that's kind of a mint color there, but yeah, I'm going to start off with my E06 brush and go into this shade called Immortelle. This was kind of their spooky spring. Ooh, that's a nice color. Their spooky spring palette. Which, I get it. They like spooky all year round. I get it. They did the Summerween palette, which will work with the Summerween palette tomorrow. I'm just not a spooky all year round kind of girl, but I like this. I wanted to try this color story. Oh, and that's a pretty shade. I just have not been in the mood to be filming this week. Hence why you didn't see a video on Tuesday or Wednesday. It has just been so hot when I get home from work. All I want to do is just lay underneath the ceiling fan and chill. Okay, I'm going to take that Celeste color, kind of a minty green color, and work it in here. And so I've really only had the wherewithal to film in the mornings like this. So I don't know, for a while it just might be these types of videos and my get ready with me's for work. So just me getting ready for work videos. For a little bit during the summer. Okay, I'm going into this Seance color. It's kind of this blue color. And putting it on the outside here. So if you don't see many videos from me for a while, that's why. Okay, going back into Immortelle and pulling it through onto my lid and above my eye crease. It's hit over the hundreds here, and it is just sweltering hot. Okay, I'm going to take my EO3 brush and go into this ancestral plot. And let's add a little bit of depth and dimension with this purple shade. And blend it in. Actually, I think they've improved their quality of their eyeshadows since the earlier palettes that I've used. I think I bought their Haunted palettes a while back, and I had to declutter that because it just wasn't very good. I just didn't like it very much. Okay, I'm going to just gently clean up here. And take my EO7 brush and go into Ancestral Plot. And come down a little bit here. In my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take my EO8 brush. And buff it out. And I think I am going to take my Victoria Beckham eyeliner in Navy Noir and go into the waterline with this navy color like I did yesterday. And yeah. Okay, I love a blue and purple look. Love a blue and purple look. A turquoise kind of blue and purple look. This doesn't look very blended. Let me see if I can fix that. Maybe not. It doesn't look as good as I would like it to look. There, that kind of fixes the problem a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and put on my mascara, clean my brushes. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the best that I could get it to look, so I don't know. It could be user error, it could be formula. I don't know. They're still not my favorite formula out there, but I think they have done better than they did better. They are better than in the past, but still not my favorite formula. I did put a little bit of this in my inner corner. Again, I used this shade here, this shade here, this shade here, and this shade right here in my look. And this is the final look that we've got going on here. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm still kind of liking the Bleeding Hearts look the best so far, but let me know what you think. Tomorrow we will try out the Summerween palette, and yeah, I will see you in just a second. Okay, we are on to day number 4, the last day, and I have this Gourmande Girls Summerween palette. Now, I'm not a big fan of Halloween and summer together, but I do like the artwork on this palette with this sun and the bats on it. But this is what the palette looks like. Very colorful, very bright. I'm going to be using the yellows and the pinks today. There's 2. That's not a yellow. This yellow here. Wait, that is a yellow. Yeah, this yellow. I don't know why I thought this wasn't a yellow. Okay, this yellow here. It's kind of a... well, it's kind of a greenish yellow, I would say. And then this and this, and we're going to use this shade right here. Well, wait. This shade, let's throw in a little bit of this dark purple right here. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I am going to take my EO6 brush, and we're going into this golden hour little duochrome looking shade here, and we're going to put that on the inner part of the eye. I'm a little trepidatious with this palette because it is so freaking colorful. but this is a very pretty color, very pretty shade. Oh, I love this shade. I'm just kind of playing this as it goes. Playing this as it goes. We'll just kind of see what shades that I'm led to. That is a beautiful multi-chrome actual shade there on the eye. Now I'm going into this Sun Scaries and putting it in the middle part of my eye. Okay, maybe that theming is kind of cute for it. Sun Scaries, that's kind of cute. Okay, then I'm going to go into this Hot Ghoul Summer. Hot Ghoul, okay. Maybe they kind of outdid themselves for this one. I'm going into my EOJ brush into Hot Ghoul Summer. I'm putting this a little on the outside here. Okay, going back into that Sun Scaries and blending it in with that Hot Ghoul Summer. Now that blends pretty well. That blended pretty well together. Now I'm going into Wishful Thinking. Which is this darker purple shade. To the outside of the eye. Okay. Very interesting look. Very interesting look. Going back into that Hot Ghoul Summer. And adding it to that Wishful Thinking. Okay, I want to get some more of that Sun Scaries in there. Okay, let us clean up the look a little bit. Clean up just the outer edges here. Okay, we've kind of got a fun summertime look going on here. Now I'm going in with my EO7 and mixing that Hot Ghoul Summer with that Witching Hour shade and pulling it under my lower lash line. and taking the EO8, the Scent EO8 brush, and buffing it out. My eyes are a little watery. Okay, I'm going back with that EO7 and going into Witching Hour and just pulling it, putting some more in the lower lash line. Oh my gosh, jump scare there. This is a very bright look. Let me clean up the bottom lid a little bit. What can I do? What can I do? Let me take some of this Batwing with a little bit of brown and mix it in to make it a little darker. Make it just a little darker. Okay, and then my EO7 and bring that down into the lower lash line just a little bit. I think bringing that pink shade into my lower lash line really didn't help things. Okay, now we have a look. I'm going to go and clean my brushes, put on some mascara, maybe put on some eyeliner. Where is my eyeliner? I've got some black eyeliner right here. Let's put on some black eyeliner. This is my Kokie eyeliner. It's just a liquid eyeliner. I got in like a Ipsy bag or something like that. Okay, I'm going to go off and put on my mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, here is the look that we've got going on here. I'm surprised with all those mattes that I was stacking up. The look didn't get all that muddy, really. It stayed pretty good. So this is the look. Let me know what you think. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Leave your comments down below, and please hit that like button. My favorite out of these, I don't know, I really like this palette, but I think the Bleeding Hearts one probably is my favorite palette. I think out of the four that I used, were the Apparition palette, the Silent Night, the Apparition palette, the Silent Night palette, and the Bleeding Hearts palette. So those were the four palettes that I used, and I think I like the Bleeding Hearts one. Then I think I like the Summer Wing palette. Then I like the Silent Night palette. No, I can't really even remember. Then I like the Apparition palette. So that might be my rankings. Might be. I trying to remember the looks early in the morning, but I can't really remember. I like the Silent Night look a lot, and I like the, let me take a look at this Apparition palette again. Oh yeah, I like that look a lot. Yeah, I think it would definitely be Bleeding Hearts, Apparition, Silent Night, and maybe Summer Wing. Summer Wing might be higher up if I played with it some more. But I think these are the rankings. I got this one because I wanted something a little more colorful in my collection, and I definitely got that. So I'll be looking forward to playing with this one some more. But until then, I think those are my rankings. Okay, do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, goodbye.